let me grab a glass of champagne. I am here at the O2 with Momentous Events, and I'm going to take you into the crowd and see what businesses and investors think of this event. Come with me. Let's have a word here. Sorry to just jump in on you, but can I ask, are you a business or are you an investor?
I'm an investor.
Okay, so what do you think of the event?
I think the event's great. I've been to every single one since it started, and it's really grown from day one until now. I think Wayne's done a great job, and it's something which all investors have needed. And yeah, I hope it carries on going the way it has.
Okay, if you don't mind, I'll come along here. Do you think these events are useful then?
No, they've been extremely useful. No, yeah, that was very good. To meet the investors, we're Angus Energy. We're looking to become a public company in the next few weeks. We're going to IPO. So this is a great opportunity to have a chat with potential investors and saying that we're coming and we'd like to have a dialogue with them.
Brilliant.
And want them to invest.
You do, you want that money.
Absolutely.
Excellent, thank you very much. I am with Ed McDermott from Optiva, one of the main sponsors of the event. Why did you want to be involved?
Hi Louisa. Well, I think it's an interesting place to come and basically talk directly with shareholders of the kind of companies that we float and support through their growth stages.
It's a little bit different from other networking events, do you think?
Well, absolutely. I think obviously you you can see there's a range of ages here from probably late teens to kind of 40s, 50s, 60s in some cases, and I think that is one of the main things. There's so many young people getting into alternative investing ideas, and I just think it allows them to come and talk directly with CEOs, with brokers like ourselves who are obviously on the front line every day, talking to companies, seeing ideas, and effectively looking at trends in the market.
You were saying it allows people to talk directly. Is it a little bit more relaxed?
Well, I think absolutely. When you can have a sort of glass of wine with a chairman or a CEO or your broker, it sort of does break down those barriers. Obviously, CEOs, etc., have to be careful what they say about the companies because you're still talking about public companies, so there is sensitive information. So I think as long as that is maintained, then it's a great networking event, a great way for these guys to understand a bit more what's going on with their investment.
Definitely, very insightful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Louisa.
Let's have a look over here, see what's going on. Can I dive in? Hello. What's going on? What are these masks?
So we are Melody VR, which is a music virtual reality app.
Okay.
So we're launching later in this year, and we're on the AIM stock market, hence why we're here.
What is it though? Tell me, as a lay person, I have no idea.
So we are launching the world's first music-created virtual reality app.
Wow, okay.
So that's pretty fun. We work with a lot of big artists in the world. So what we'll be able to do is download the app over any virtual reality device. So for instance, that's just a phone.
Yeah.
But we'll be completely device agnostic, and you'll be able to watch your favourite artists wherever you want in the world. You're like, oh, I want to go see Jason Derulo in Las Vegas. You'll be able to do it sitting on your couch.
What, so it'll be like you're at the concert?
Yeah. Well, even better. Well, we never want to detract from live music. Never want to detract. If you can't get there because it's across the globe, or for instance, you're at home because you're breaking your leg, and you really want to go see your favourite artist, you can actually watch it, and we do cameras on the stage. So we do multi-camera locations, so you can switch within the app to basically walk around the stage with your favourite artist.
Wow, so it's pretty much a concert or a gig in a mask. Yeah, it's in there. Brilliant. Okay, can I have a go?
Yes, of course you can.
Great.
There you go. So, push it back. Is that working?
Wow.
So you can go completely 360. You can look up and down.
Oh my goodness.
You're like, where am I?
That is genuinely amazing.
So we do all different genres. So obviously that's London Symphony Orchestra, classical.
Yeah.
But then we do lots of DJs, lots of big name artists, some which I can't name right now.
Wow, that's like high-tech, futuristic stuff. Goodness me, right, I am shocked. I need to go and sit down. So Stephen Larkin, you've just finished your interview. Why are these events useful to a company like yours?
Well, I think that Wayne Gibson has done something truly remarkable in that social media is distinctly unsocial because everybody meets online. And I think what's so special about Momentous Events is that there's a tremendously engaged social network on Twitter. And what's fantastic about this event is that you actually meet the people behind the tweets. And so it's also, in my opinion and my experience, the most intelligent, sophisticated crowd of private investors in London. You're not going to find a CEO like me will not find another group of investors like this. And I particularly like the fact that it's informal. A lot of these people are really smart and sharp, but they don't know the lingo, they don't know the smooth city slicker London talk, but it doesn't mean that they don't have a lot of money to play with, and they feel comfortable that they can ask me a stupid question. Well, as a CEO, I can tell you there's no such thing as a stupid question, and so when you're talking one-on-one, you can actually have a much more meaningful conversation with investors. So I love being here.
Brilliant, it was really insightful. Thank you very much. Well
Cheers.
done, thank you. Now I am here with Steve Staley from Upland Resources. Now, why did you want to be involved in this event? Because you're sponsoring it.
Yes, that's right. No, these are great events because it means we can meet our investors, and there's great value to that, and for the investors as well. Speaking as an investor myself, it's great to be able to meet the people who run the companies that you're invested in.
Why do you think these events are different from your average networking event? Do you think there's something unique about this?
Yes, I think you know that you've got interested investors here, and they want to talk to you, you want to talk to them. So it's a much more valuable experience.
Apart from it being very loud.
Yes.
But I suppose that's all part of the atmosphere, isn't it? This is much more of a sort of party atmosphere, I suppose.
Yes, it's more relaxed, and people are happy to come and ask you questions, and I think that's great. It's not standoffish at all.
Well, I'll let you get on because you've got something to do right now, haven't you? Some sort of announcement. Okay, thanks very much. I'm here with Neil Bhatia. You're an investor. What do you think is good about this event?
What is lovely is that you meet so many like-minded people. They're able to tell you various things that happen about the investments. And you also learn something new. Investing is not an easy game. People say that to invest, you can make a small fortune. The problem is that with investment, you got to start with a big fortune to make a small fortune. So it's very important to meet with like-minded people and learn from each other. And that's what's so good about this event, that you're able to speak with the companies, with the MDs, with the CEOs, and you're also able to meet people who made choices, they lost money, they gained money, and they looked at it. This is my first time here, but I'm very impressed.
Brilliant, great news. Thank you very much, Neil. I've caught myself another investor here. Just introduce yourself for me.
Hi, my name's Tunde.
Okay, now why do you think these kind of events are good?
Most PIs don't have access to interact with other private investors or to meet companies and speak directly with the CEOs. And events like this that are put on by Momentous give all PIs at all levels the opportunity to do so. They're absolutely fabulous.
Wayne Gibson, you're responsible for all of this. How's it gone?
I think tonight the amount of people that have turned up tonight is definitely the biggest turnout we've had at this event so far. Speaking to especially the investors tonight, they've had a really good night, and the feedback so far has been excellent. I just think investors nowadays, they need to be engaged with each other, not just the companies but each other as well, because a lot goes on social media. You've got your Twitter avatars where people don't really know who that avatar is, where an event of this size gets a lot of people together networking rather than just talking to an avatar on Twitter. You get to see the investor face to face, and then obviously we've got the companies that come into the event, and I think the companies have gained a lot from this type of event, from this type of venue. The companies are speaking to investors, the investors speaking to the companies. The gap in the market that this is just filling now, I think it's brilliant the way it's been took on board, and the turnout tonight, for me, it's mind blowing. I just love it, and everyone here is loving it. And that for me, that's what it's all about.
They are loving it. And why is it different though? Because you were saying to me that many of these events are sort of somebody at the front giving a presentation. It's quite corporate and stiff. Is this different?
It is different. Which I know there's other events out there that provide different type of events, and they are all well and good. But if I want to go to an investor's presentation evening, you'd probably have 3 or 4 companies where you'd only be interested in one company. So you'd go to that event and then you'd sit there for an hour and a half, and you'd only listen to a 10-20 minute interview or presentation of that company, and then that would be it. Whereas this type of event brings you together with, what I try to do is get all the companies that are quite hot in the market at the time, and whereas that's quite hard to get them companies, I think tonight and previous events we've managed to do that. So that's why we get the interest from the investors, and I just think it all works together when you get the hot companies and investors working with each other, speaking with each other. Yeah, it's just a good environment for investors to be in, rather than, as you say, like the corporate, dull, sit-down presentation type investor events. This is something totally different, and making it bigger and better each time, which I think we're doing as we're progressing forward.
So, another momentous event almost over. Almost. It's been a successful one.
Yes, thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.